Hallå, det är Lukas. Hej. En bit från stan, typ en timme från stugan kanske. Ja, det är lite blött på vägen. Nej, försiktig. Du behöver inte oroa dig. Jag vet, men du kan vara lugn. Jag har varit där för jag vet vad som behöver göras. Jag vet. Hur tror du det gick? Hon kämpade emot lite, men ja, jag fick med henne. Något åt det hållet, yes. Ta henne dit och... Men jag bryr mig faktiskt inte om vad han har att säga om det här. Jag har ingen aning, men något måste göras åt det här. Som jag sa, någonting måste göras åt det här. Jag kan inte fortsätta på samma sätt. Ja, klart som fan jag kan. Ja, någon måste ju ta tag i det här, inte så att ni gör något. Ja. Det kommer funka. Jag har med mig allt som behövs. Ja, det har jag. Jag har det. Jag har tänkt på allt det där. Jag har till och med extra diesel till generatorn utfallet. Jag har planerat det här ett tag. Allt kommer bra. Vi får väl se. Men vi hörs sen. Jag ringer ner framme.
Vart tog du vägen? Var fan är du någonstans? Du... Okej. Vad fan? Vad i helvete gjorde du det där för? Du har kraschat min bil.
Jag?
Alltså...
Vad fan håller du på med?
Jag kan inte fatta.
Du fucking kidnappade mig.
Kidnappade dig.
Lukas, vad fan är det du håller på med?
Hjälpa dig. Vi var på väg mot stugan, okej? Du hade inte följt med om du visste varför vi skulle dit.
Och varför inte då?
Därför att du har ett problem.
Är du helt seriös?
Ja.
Ja, jag har ett problem. Du är mitt problem. Det här är mitt problem. Att vara fast i en skog mitt ute i ingenstans med min idiot till brorsa. Det är mitt jävla problem.
Jag ville bara hjälpa dig, men...
Du och din jävla hjälp kan ta och dra åt helvete, Lukas.
Det spelar ingen roll nu. Okej, vi borde börja röra på oss.
Ja, gärna. Ju snabbare vi kommer härifrån, desto bättre.
Sista gången jag hjälper honom. Själviska jävel.
Jag hörde det där.
Bra, jag kan inte fatta att du gjorde det där. Du kunde ju för fan ha dött. Fan vad mörkt det är.
Gray, if you see anything that you know about, you can still write into the chat. I just don't want screaming and stuff again.
Lukas, vänta. Förlåt att det blev så här. Jag vaknade och jag visste inte vart jag var. Jag blev så rädd och allt bara hände så fort. Och...
Jag vet inte hur jag tänkte heller. Jag ville bara hjälpa dig med ditt beroende. Ja, först måste vi ta oss ur den här skogen, sen... vi får prata om det när vi kommer hem.
Okej.
Det här påminner mig om skogen på det där lägret på Galjan. Du vet, utanför den där sjön.
Örken.
Ja, du kommer ihåg det alltså?
Ja, jag får fortfarande mardrömmar om spökvandringen på det lägret.
Vad fan var det?
Vi borde verkligen ta oss härifrån.
If you don't see it, there is a womanly figure on the ridge.
Häråt.
Hur vet du det? Strömmen kan ju ha fört oss hur långt som helst.
Alla de där åren på scoutlägren, vet du. Jag lärde mig någonting i alla fall.
There is a totem figure on this ridge. This is where you collect the first page. Skogarna. Ancient and old in lands of ice and of cold, the forests hide darkness most foul. Don't get caught in the night with no heat and no light, or creatures for your flesh will prowl.
Nu är du väl glad att vi var på alla de där scoutlägren, hè?
Jag kommer vara glad när vi kommer ut ur den här skogen.
It literally means
Ja,
the
försiktigt.
forests.
Oj. Jag håller ju lampan. Så... du först. Oh, jävlar! Oj. Vad fan är det som har gjort det där? Åh, fy fan vad det sticker. Oh, shit vad det luktar.
Gray, if you want to, if you want to, you can just write again what you said earlier about different stuff, like when we get to those places again. Like about the other folklore stuff. What you write will be displayed on the screen.
Jaha. Och nu då? Ska vi gå tillbaks?
Ja, vi får väl... Vänta. Där. Ser du det där trädet? Om vi hjälps åt kanske vi kan välta det.
It won't feel the same, but if you scream around and stuff, I will not do voice chat. I wouldn't do it if it was someone else screaming either.
Jag testar först då.
Okej, kör.
annan väg.
Should you feel like ready to not scream around, like I'm open to like having voice chat open again, and then we'll just like switch over, but I won't like redo another recording.
Lukas! Jag kan inte följa floden längre!
Fan också! Vad ska vi gå tillbaka?
Nej men det fanns ingen väg där heller! Jag måste fortsätta här!
Jag följer floden här. Försök hitta en väg över längre fram. Lycka till!
Just like whenever you feel like you're fine, you can write. Actually, let me enter into voice chat real quick and you'll just decide for yourself. Okay, Asa has joined us again. I've reopened voice chat and Grace also here, yeah. Just this time around, no screaming.
I don't want to scream.
Okay, this is the first time you can see the wisp in this game. Gray, what were those called again?
Earblås.
Alright, thanks.
One-on-one recreation of an earblås. Posted a picture of it, but I don't know.
You can make yourself a little bit louder again?
Yeah, I posted a picture of a what is it called? A picture of a needleblossom or a reconstruction of one. That is a drum. It's a Sami drum. The oval thing. Is the background noise supposed to be kind of wavy?
I hope you're feeling alright, and if not, I will snook.
What did I miss? Not again. There is a 1 minute delay between the stream and us.
Yeah, it was noticeable beforehand when we were looking at the objects.
Before what?
In the little cabin next to the lion.
You cut out twice.
Maybe if you have both Discord and the stream audio tracks, you can catch from the other stuff that was left out in the first
I had to reload.
You should.
Cast.
Yeah, you're seeing it, right?
Yes, because I reloaded. It shortened the delay to 5 seconds.
This is where the second page was at.
Just as an FYI, you're streaming at 48 frames per second, and I don't know why.
I don't know it either. Okay, the second page is the neck and... Melodies of old, your blood will run cold, yet the song is alluring and sweet. Silent screams as you drown, as he pulls you deep down, the fathomless depths full of deceit.
You can offer them a pine marten.
For real?
Not in game probably, but it's I guess part of, as told by the Institute for Language and History, or Folktro. What would that be in English?
What's... Like, what's... How can you describe it?
I put it into Google Translate and the German is folklore, literally.
Yeah, folklore, folklore. The people's myths.
Yeah. Image as provided by the Institute.
And there's a blinking light.
Red. It's also kind of like a word riddle in Swedish to Näcken. Because one way to say a river, or rather a creek, is like bäcken. So Näcken I bäcken.
Interesting.
In ancient Norse it's Niker. Or Niker. That sounds so weird in Swedish when it's slowed down.
Jump scare.
Also, everyone in this game seems to have a perfect Stockholm dialect. Ugh.
It seems a bit like a contradiction that some stuff in this game is supposed to be very specific locally, but then the speech is Stockholm.
I guess it's who they managed to hire to do voice acting.
Plausibly, yeah, possibly. Also, rivers and creeks.
Beckeny Becken. By the way, the Näcken also has a name in Sanskrit. Nekekti. And there's an actual German equivalent to it.
I mean, there's likely German equivalents for all of these things, because like Germanic folklore.
Yeah, Nikvus. Or Nikvis.
Something that I find interesting is that not much is known about folklore in Switzerland actually, outside of like one or the other thing to do with like glacier deaths and stuff. Like there's not much to speak about in terms of like ghosts and trolls, etc. Like there are trolls and stuff, but
I mean, could it also be like how do you call it, like inherited from like Alemannic, German, French, Italian folklore?
theoretically you should find a little bit of everything over here, but there's just not a lot of knowledge around anything, because like a lot of stuff was just like lost, I guess.
Oh, now this explains actually the name that I saw in Rainbow Six. There's a Danish Norwegian character named Nøk.
So the place where we are right now, there would have been the third page, which is Lichtgruppe, or how did you pronounce it?
Lichtgubbe.
Yeah. And the poem is: beware of the light that stalks in the night, gleams in the mist and the gloom. It'll twist truth and lies, you can't trust your own eyes, by your own hand brought to your doom. What did you said something first time we played this.
Those wisps and this are related.
Also like that the second part of the name was like...
Yes, gubbe is like a demeaning way of saying old man.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to be really fucking Nordic, Gibe. But yeah, the Norwegian name for Necken is Nøkken.
I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but there's also the German word necken, as neckt dich, which means it bothers you.
Probably, because... Original meaning has been lost to translation. Okay, thank you. Could be, but somehow they don't know, I guess. But it's a evolution or a form of the ancient Norse Nykr, N-Y-K-R. And is described as a being that can take many different shapes. But it's also in ancient Norse the same word you would use for hippopotamus.
Amazing. And now we're back at the house with no door.
That could just be that it's a very tall building and most of it is underwater.
And now we are invading Norway again with Hellberg.
Yeah, I mean, hel in Swedish means whole. Not like a hole in the ground, but feeling whole or full. And berg is berg.
We have also found the moon again.
It a woo. So like that noise, that like breathing noise it did. That just, you know that noise when you went under the water tower?
Yeah.
I've actually heard that noise before. But it's always like water lines. So it's literally water pressure. Attention to detail, I guess. In the distance there, that yeah, it's a collapsed windmill. One can only imagine what people used to think of. What are those luminous bugs called? Fireflies?
Fireflies, yes.
It's probably where a lot of folklore came from when it comes to luminous stuff in swamps.
And possibly also burning gases.
Yeah, that's what is written.
Because like swamps produce methane and other stuff.
Yeah, that's how, like, if one searches for like the irrbloss, that's the most likely explanation is gas. Vetenskapligt förklarar irrbloss som bubblor av sumpgas. Foul gas. Sumpgas.
Now we're getting the audio of the drowning people again.
Jag vet inte, jag såg den innan också. Den här skogen är full av såna saker.
Vi måste röra oss vidare.
Okej, kör.
Oh yeah, by the way, there are going to be free roaming enemies later on in the game, or like things that hunt you. You can't fight back.
Jävlar! Spring! Snabbare! Snabbare!
Incorrect translation.
Vi kommer närmare! Vad fan, det kommer närmare! Kom igen! Vinna över bron! Stanna inte!
Lukas! Nej,
Väktare is more like a groundskeeper? Groundskeeper.
Necken By the altar, the wrath of Freya awoke, and she conjured fire from her wrath and burned his eyes and hands, so he could never play the magic harp again. (1932). This text is not translated. Gray, if you want to give it a try, we can do this because the game's not doing it.
En grupp med pojkar påstår sig ha funnit A group of boys has... wait, let me... found gigantic footprints in the forest. The footprints must have been at least half a meter long, says Nils Hammarström, 11 years old. Nils and his comrades, that's literally what they used, reported the footprints to the local hunters, who went out to undersöka, examine, yes. Delade meningar. How would one translate that to any sort of viable English? Essentially, they can't agree on the findings. Some mean that it's a...
Some mean that it's...
half-meter deep holes form is just temporary. Huh? Yeah, even in Swedish it's kind of formed weirdly, that last sentence. Like...
And here we have the large men, or trolls basically.
yeah, kids found these weird footprints, but people can't agree on what it is. Did you hear that? Did you get that?
Yes, we got that.
Because my stream froze twice while saying that.
The large man who resides in the woods is ferocious and very dangerous. However, he is very easy to spot and hear because of a large body and clumsy footsteps. To be fair, our footsteps are also clumsy and loud in this game. And we have another page. Gengongare something.
Delay is a little much. Hold on.
So the poem is...
Gengångare.
Yeah. The poem is: it thirsts for your soul, devouring whole, lusting for pain for the past. You'll know its face well, but only time will tell if tonight just might be your last.
But only time... But only time will what?
We are already past that.
I don't know, you just said one word of the story and then it just ended.
Yeah, your stream probably timed out, and now you're looking at buttons of runes. And this thing.
Gengångare are said to be people that have died a very gruesome and unhappy way. Gengångare are said to haunt those who have taken part in the death, and even people close to them that are innocent.
Makes sense with the poem, like you know its face well and stuff.
In ancient times, Scandinavians or Norse used to, as a precaution, they would actually bury the body, but also like anchor the body into the ground with like chains or whatever.
So this is the map that we are playing on right now. It will change later on again. We are now at Guardian. There is a phone house or a phone booth.
Smed.
Smith. There is clock tower. A door which is not labeled. Storage. Little Ones of Freya, which is probably a nursery. There is a drawbridge. And Hall of the Harp.
I wonder what that door is.
Instructions how to survive in the forest. A drawing of a snail woman, and it says can't stop dreaming.
Oh my god, I remember. It looks like a 10-year-old wrote that. Because I used to write case like that when I was like 10.
And here we have British cuisine.
Haha.
It is very dark. I myself can hardly see anything in this room over here. There's runes. No translation.
Yeah, I need a chart for that one again.
And there is this red horse, the figure of the red horse.
It's called a Dalahest. Hold that chart of runes again.
I have it in front.
Let us see here. We don't have those. No, wait, okay. Okay, that's even older runes. NS A W S R and what is it called? F.
So I will move on, but what would you translate this as?
I said it already.
You timed out.
Oh, come on. Okay, now I can't see the stream anymore.
If not, it's fine.
I forgot what it was.
Jag har inte sett henne tidigare. Hon är annorlunda från de andra.
It contains letters that are not used anymore. Like as noises that aren't used anymore.
Okay.
Because there's an old rune alphabet and a new rune alphabet. Old rune alphabets have stuff like the... what is it? The th letter. I forgot how one would say that. TH, the.
Yeah.
It also contains like stuff that looks like it's like an N with a line under it.
Jag är mycket vackrare än henne. Han kommer aldrig vilja ha henne.
That light in the distance. That light in the distance sure isn't ominous, isn't it?
Du kommer aldrig ta honom ifrån mig.
Telefon.
Yeah. Satte så. Hahaha. It's a fake solstickan.
This book is Evil Fairy Tales. You can't really see it, but at least there's the white text at the bottom. Helge Solberg's collection of fairy tales about the evils that fall upon the ones that meet Sweden's most evil beings.
I posted a picture of what that match is supposed to be in real life.
Ragnar, är du där? Du måste komma till Helberg. Vi förlorade många, men vi hittade trygghet här. Här är vi säkra. Här kan de inte hitta oss. Gå mot ljuset, till gruvan. Och över sjön. Väktaren har nyckeln. Spela vår låt så skickar Rune över båten till dig. Kom till ljuset.
You only have very little light in this game.
I mean, yeah, in real life, solstickan, you wouldn't get much light out of it. Solstickan or is credited to be the Swedish version of a safety match. And it's the first of a Swedish safety matches. That thing was burning a lot longer than what a real Solstickan would.
Du måste hitta den. Den gyllene som väver såna melodier du inte skulle tro vara möjliga.
You could be prompted to think that those trees used to be people.
I mean, yeah, that is or sort of an actual Swedish folklore.
Yeah, I think we'll get a page for this later on as well.
In Sweden, there's even a law that was written because of it. Very, very old trees aren't allowed to be cut down. Not even government entities can cut it down. Although I think that's mostly ädelig.
Det är det mest underliga jag har hört. Såna vackra toner. Vart tog det vägen?
The Vanishing of Ruth Alquist, new leads. This would take a too long time to translate line by line. Maybe when you want to watch the VOD. But like, yeah, I have limited light in this game now.
No. Nej, Ängafors.
Feats and
From a
achievements of Grimir.
They found the white nightgown from a tree with blood on it. Yeah. Did you get? Yeah, I tried to translate and make it short. It was like a constant stream of information there.
And we have the next page.
What is Discord doing? What is my internet doing?
Can you see again what the translation is? I have paused the game.
From what?
For the newspaper article that you, I think, said you translated.
Hasn't. Okay, let me mute the noise of the stream. So there is this woman named Ruth. She wore a white nightgown, and at roughly 10 o'clock in the night vanished from the family yard. Her eyes were green, and they found her nightgown covered in blood on a tree. And then later on they found her eyes outside of whatever that place name was, Engefors. It's essentially what it was.
Alright. Okay, collected stories. Beskittarna.
Means protectors.
And it's a dirk. Earlier we saw metalworks that was shaped in this form.
Yeah.
They watched and protected, but never detected that poison is evil within. Centuries kept hidden, gilded power forbidden, now lost and abused due to man's woeful sin.
Nordic noodly dirk. Oh yes, okay, Arga, you remember seeing in like the museums those heaters? This is the Swedish version in this room. The one in the corner.
Yeah, and here we have a book, Homeschooling, from the year 1942.
That's old. Wow.
Also hymns and ballads.
Have up the gamma rate. I can't see barely can see anything.
Maybe I can also up it on my end.
I don't want to play in the forest anymore. Why is that? That drawing was eerily familiar. Interesting.
So there is an enemy like walking around freely in this area, and I hope we don't see her.
I think it was the one that closed the door when you were in the barn with the telephone. This is old classic Swedish utedass. Yes. There's still many Swedish homes that have that instead of a regular toilet. Especially in the north. Or, wait, that was red. It's a tordas. Oh no!
There should be something else over here.
They should have made it that the character play as gag when they go close to the tordas.
Okay, this little house is closed off completely.
Guess where you shit in a tordas? You essentially build a bench, a hole, and then you put a barrel underneath.
That sounds better than most outhouses I found in Kyrgyzstan.
Oof.
We could go to the smithy. Or
The Durkee. I'll quickly use the buffer.
I want to see what's down there.
I'm back.
Alla dessa år. De ljög för oss alla dessa år.
Vi hade rätt att veta om jag var kvar.
I like how a lot of stuff is overthrown and everything, but the Dala Hest is always standing up.
I don't know if there's anything here I'm supposed to find.
I mean, wouldn't the best here is if you would find a candle, light the candle, and then bring that around, because that would have a lot more fuel than a solsticka.
Okay, now we go to the smithy, I guess.
Alla dömda i mörkret, i djupet, evigheter. Kommer vandra där tills världen är död.
A woman found walking naked in the forest. First I thought it was my roof, and then there's a whole lot of text again. You can see it now. Take a screen cap if you want to, and we will move on.
Hold on. Oh, come on, no! Can you please hold it up until I say that I've taken the screenshot?
You now have time again.
Done. essentially it's about this search for Ruth again. th of March. I think it's the mother of Ruth. Thought they found Ruth. But when they got closer, they saw that it wasn't Ruth. It was just someone that remarkably looked similar to Ruth. And this body then that they found had big, like, tear wounds on the body. Large swaths of the woman's hair had been ripped from the skull. And okay, no, this woman that was found was alive, but her tongue had been ripped out. And the police is interfering. Of course. Now the police took in this woman for questioning. How do you question someone who doesn't have a tongue? They can't speak.
They can write.
Sure, okay.
Från ingenstans. Barnen. Alla tagna. Barnen!
But yeah, it seems like all the place names in this game are fictional. Or aren't in Sweden, but in Norway, I guess.
Norway is a fictional place.
That's an interesting way to do things. Put a sign on a house that says mother.
A cinnamon bun recipe.
Ah, kanelbulle. Oh, looks accurate.
And here we have British cuisine again.
I think it's supposed to be like just stuff stuck to the pan and nothing else. Or like rust.
He comes at night. And there is a
Julbok.
yeah. B.
B. Those are some magnificent horns there, little guy. Oh, these are bunk beds, huh? So this is like a children's care facility.
Big julboken.
I like the low poly nature, but there is some very details in like the texture. I wonder why wouldn't you be? Is there like anything in the heater and you could light it maybe?
You can find sometimes like matchsticks in there. this kid was so dedicated it even drew the boobies.
I've actually seen stuff like this before, like kindergarten. Kids would literally draw boobies, like at that young age in Sweden.
Most certainly. You see, the need for teeth is innate.
I have done that before, so I remember when I was a kid, so yeah. Maybe, maybe not, because now I'm unsure of myself if that I just made that memory up. God damn it, brain.
Okay, so what is left is storage and whatever this unmarked door is. And the bridge. And crossing the bridge. We have been everywhere else. And we have to get the harp and go down to the telephone thing. I think I've been down this path, so let's go to the storage and then to the left from there. I hope we can keep avoiding the woman.
One of these days I'll just buy a really, really
När
long
man väl fått höra melodin.
Ethernet
När det
cable.
runnit genom en som blod. Var aktsam. Annars kommer mörkret falla.
I'm looking at the chart over my connection at the moment in the task manager, and it's really fucking unstable at the moment for some reason. Chart diagram. You should be able to light like these webs.
Oh, the trees covered the door, that's why.
I guess someone died right in front of their door.
New page collected.
An altar.
That shrine of carved stone craves blood and craves bone. You'll be given a treacherous power, the world around you will change, and to your will rearrange. The gods themselves will tremble and cower.
cult sacrificial thing.
Har du sett min fästmö? Hon sprang. Där. Jag försökte rädda henne. Ja. Har du sett henne?
Another page, like right next to it. I think we actually missed a page at some other place with the smithy. We have found page 9, the Nornor.
Nornor.
3 shapers of fate decide and create the pattern and the design. None can escape, none can flee their true destiny when they weave that infernal twine.
This one has a strong connection to Iceland, of all places. Nornor, or Nornorna, means in Icelandic the witches. But I think it's because Icelandic is the only one that actually uses that as a, well, a word for witch. It's Urd, Verdandi, and Skuld. Or Urthur, Virthandi, and Skuld. Urthur means to be lucky or unlucky, and is like related to the English word vird. Skuld or skuldete means future. Okay, so these 3 women of northern mythology are supposed to live at the roots of Yggdrasil. They are the ones that chooses what people do. Like, they are the ones that write fate. By using string.
The exact same thing also exists in like Greek mythology and other.
Yeah, it's mentioned here that it has a connection with Greek mythology.
Monster. Vad var det där för någonting?
Also, the Nornors are fatalists.
Jag kommer hit.
Fatalists by nature. And like the Greek, they can also write the fate of gods. But that painting with the blonde hair, I screen capped the news article, but that is the description of Ruth on that painting.
Oh, we have the 7th page now. Wild and fair with silken hair, she'll still fill your heart with fear. There's no way to fight that venomous bite, your blood will root as end draws near. Skogsrå.
She is supposed, or according to folklore, she is succubus essentially. She attracts people to follow her into the woods and get lost.
By the way, can you write down somewhere Can you write down somewhere that we are about 2 hours and 19 minutes in?
In DMs or?
Yes. So I know which place
I did that.
to mute the audio in.
By the way, that news article. A guy escaped a sanatorium. What? Never actually seen that word. What would a sanatorium? Sven Adolfsson was a patient at Asarps sanatorium 10 years ago. He was always a calm patient, says the doctor Lennart Forsell. Wow. Arga. Lennart Forselius. Lennart, isn't he? He is like the. He isn't. He. I'm actually very intrigued now. The name is very close to another name that is big in Swedish medicine. The 27th of March, Sven, the patient, then got freaked out and managed to flee from the sanatorium. Yesterday, Asarp's police department managed to capture the patient in the woods outside of Jölafors. He says that the music was calling him. The music was calling. I wonder if it was then the Skogsrået.
Hidden Worlds 1. There's some speculation about whether or not there are other worlds and dimensions, worlds where the rules of our world do not apply, where reality is spread thin over the branches of Yggdrasil.
Yeah, that's Yggdrasil I was about to say.
Dead cows found in pen, another newspaper article. You can take a screenshot.
Shot taken. August 24th, Rolf Svensson found 28 cows, thereabouts, his entire flock lifeless. The farmers described it as they only lay there. I don't know why they would lay there. Very creative. So far, cause of death has not been deduced. 5 o'clock, Rolf Svensson went out to the hage, the pasture, to feed these cows. in the light of the gryning of the sunrise, it just looked like they were asleep. But when they realized that something was very wrong, but when they didn't wake up to eat breakfast, Rolf realized that something was very wrong. I just listened in on the stream and I cut off for some reason.
Also in that room, like different audio tracks were like playing of somebody laughing and cutting out a tongue or whatever, and it was the same thing as depicted on the drawings and paintings on the wall.
How many times did I cut out during that article?
I wouldn't know.
Hittade harpan. Vi försökte skydda.
But yeah, farmer finds their entire flock dead. Essentially, that's just the gist of it. Or that is the thing.
Över vattnet. Över bron. Hittade.
Generator. Oh, this is a really old generator you have here, jeez. It needs fuses. Or not.
I cannot manually save, that's bad.
Is it autosave? Or there's no saving, I guess. By the way, the Skogsrå thing is actually featured on Vapenskjöld. What the hell was it called again? Coat of arms.
She was on the other side of this fence.
Det här händer inte. Det här händer inte. Det är en dröm. Bara en mardröm. Det är inte möjligt. Inte möjligt.
By the way, the Skogsrå, according to this, is also part of Germanic folklore. Or I guess all Nordic folklore is part of Germanic folklore.
If you sprint during that section, by the way, she can start hunting you. Like, it's the first time you can really die. I mean, I guess it's not the first time, because you can also jump into the water, and I have seen people jump into the water with the wisps.
Vi försökte hjälpa.
Because they tried to like collect it or something.
Kom de för oss alla.
They wanted to touch the light.
They wanted to become Lumiderg.
Yes.
Vi skulle skydda alla. Allt. Vi misslyckades. Nu är vi alla dömda.
a wood. It has the rhomboid thing on the doors.
Nor. By the roots of the tree they dwell, the free that spin the threads of life. Some call them witches, while others claim they are fair maidens from the giants.
Those who claim they are witches are Icelandic. Because that's what it literally means in Icelandic. Very soon you need a new match.
Newspaper article: Ruth Alquist found dead. The body was found with scratch marks around face, specifically around the eyes. You can take a screen cap.
Taken.
I am stuck.
It's Ruth. They found Ruth the 31st of May dead in a creek outside of Hjellafors. Everyone liked Ruth, she was so beautiful. Ruth's body was found by Nils Hammarström that was playing in the creek when they found the body. No, when he found the body. She only laid there on her back in the water, says Nils. The body was found with scratches in the face, specifically around the eyes. Cause of death is yet to be determined. Even though she's dead, it says here that Ruth is getting taken care of by her mother and her father, Linus Ahlqvist. Oh yeah, Moder Freya.
In stories untold, with long hair of gold, she walked with grace and might. Her magic flowed wild through the world as she smiled on creation and made it shine bright.
She was a goddess of love, sexuality, war, and death. And Seid, which is a kind of magic. To be in a Seid or trance.
Trance magic.
Yeah. Seid. Yeah, so goddess of love, sexuality, Seid, war, and death.
Hur kunde det här hända? Vi gjorde allt. Och han förstörde det. Det är hans fel.
Tig du Freja, en trollkrona är du, och full med allt som är ont. Asarna såg dig bola, med din egen bror, du släppte du, Freja en fjärd.
The key. The harp was formed from Yggdrasil itself, inserted with magical gold and carved with holy runes. The dwarfs gave the harp to Freya, who picked strands from her golden hair and used them as strings.
The timing there on the stream, I started reading an excerpt that Loki said to Freya while you were under the painting of that. When will we see Loki?
The power of the runes. Odin sacrificed himself and suffered for knowledge about the runes. Powerful symbols with which humans can bend reality, assumed that the stones and powerful places which channel their powers can be found.
I see one that is very popular with the alt-right.
This chair says 1948.
I forget what these are called.
Music box.
Yeah. Oh, is this Ruth's house?
No, this is the harp saw.
All of those letters are from people that are dead. Well, they probably would be dead now anyway, but...
The guide in the dark, the spirit who leads the wanderer in the dark, Lichtgruppe, can have both good and evil intent. They can lead wanderers out of the dark but also into an early death.
Yes.
If the rest of the text wasn't so blurred in all of these books, you could probably translate more of it. But they blurred it intentionally.
They could literally just be filler.
Lorem ipsum.
Because I can't make anything else from that blur. Bleed.
Bleer. I assume we are safe in this house.
There are lights. So there's functioning electricity, I think probably from... I cut out again. Yeah.
Today I hid from a bad man and it's the giant.
I posted the chart of my internet. It's just 0 bits a second.
We are missing page 10. So the next one is Dreadfolket.
Yeah, the people that are talking in the trees.
Twisted and bent, your flesh will be spent. When the Thor gives her wild kiss, fixed to the ground, forever they're bound. A quick easy death would seem such a bliss. That's the same newspaper article again.
Lägg tillbaka harpan. Ge mig det.
Yeah, my internet didn't give me my gateway. Do you remember that chart?
By the way, we can replay this harp too. This is a different thing. Up, down, up, Y. Or maybe it's from right to left. So it's Y, up, down, up. No, it has to be left to right. Okay, what am I doing wrong?
Last one is the Y.
Yeah, I tried that one already, I think. I had to play it faster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's her, the woman, I heard her. Over there you can see her walk.
Whammon.
Hon kommer. Hon kommer. Ingenstans ta vägen. Du kan inte fly. Du kan fly.
She body blocks me. She body blocked me.
Hon kommer. Hon kommer. Ingenstans tar vägen. Jag kan inte fly. Ingen kan fly. Ingen. Träden.
Nu har du sett kraften som strömmar, som forsar genom världen. Du vet.
Nyckel och lås. Nyckel och lås. Som
Hey sir, went to rest.
ser du bär på in.
All right.
Jag minns att det var så. En gång i alla fall. För länge sedan.
Me seeing Acer activated my iPhone's Siri.
Broder behöver dem ändå inte.
Stenen i mitten. Det du bär på. Melodierna. Klavar. Klaffar. Nej, vänta. En nyckel. Det passar så. En nyckel. Jag har fått smaka på de här tonerna för länge sedan. Vad är det för någonting? Vad bär du?
Now I understand why we did those noises when out in the woods in school. What's the thing that the PE teacher taught us when we were out in the woods? I guess? Like, wow. don't want to jinx it, but I think my internet is a lot more stable now. Yeah, my computer said that I troubleshooted it and my computer said that it didn't have a default gateway.
Bland träden. Jag är fortfarande där ute. Jag hör fotstegen dåna. Det är för sent.
What the fuck? Like she hit you once in the back and then just gave up or something.
She's still there. Wait, she lost track of you while chasing you. Being seen by her once is just a death sentence. It's gameplay balancing. We are here right now.
You are here. Also, that noise that she makes is also, at least it was a tradition in my school that we would also make that noise when someone had their birthday. Sweden has weird traditions, doesn't it? I recognized. That animation was so jank.
Okay, so we have missed one page thus far. Should I go back for it?
Where would it be? Where have you been?
It's in a house.
I mean, go for it, it's your stream. Also, that last melody you played on the harp recognize it. It's vague. I'm in a pipe. Wait, let me read.
No, it has to be some melody here.
Do you remember that plaque with runes on it that you found?
There's something on the side of this house. Okay, I can't see it over there.
In one of the houses you found like placard that had 2 rows of runes that I tried to translate.
Yeah, is it that one?
I'm trying to find it. Because, oh me, I didn't write it down.
It has to be something longer. Okay, let me look it up then.
What house is this?
think I have it.
I found it. Is it this one that you also found? Yeah, it is.
I found it on my end, yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know how somebody is supposed to know that without, like, seeing solutions. The bone gate. The white door, scratched and carved in the beginning, stands as a gate in between. To pass through the gate is to give of oneself the final gift. Okay, what page is that?
'11th.
We have Bergsjättar.
Oh yeah. This actually is something that has to do with Vättern.
For eons they sleep in the ground in the deep, colossi immense and forsaken. Beware of valleys and peaks, of the countryside bleak, for soon they will steer and awaken.
It's, according to folklore, it's a bergsjätte that created Visingsö. Here in Vättern. And there's a statue of him alongside the highway. Bergsjätten Vista. Also the picture. By the way, there's like I think 3 geocaches inside of Vista. Vättern also has the folklore of having Storsjö or Vätternsjöodjuret related to the Loch Ness monster. One would gather from that small scene that getting bitten is a death sentence.
Yeah. Also now the Necken will talk to us.
Aj, aj, aj. Stackars lilla flicka. Det ser ut som att det smärtar. Men det är ingenting mot plågorna som nalkas. Jag skulle kunna lindra ditt lidande.
Det du bär på. Om du skulle kunna skänka mig hörpan. Far till den andra sidan och ge den till mig. Så ser jag till att du blir skonad från det som annars väntar dig. Om jag vore du skulle jag inte vänta för länge.
I like how it's a must that those who cosplay as a Necken. And yes, there are Necken cosplayers, and they have to be naked.
Well, then I guess it's time for me to shine.
Yeah.
Han må spela förtrollande, men melodin som kommer spela vid världens undergång kommer flöda från hans instrument. Det är han som tog hit det, han som tog med sig mörkret.
This is a picture of a painting. That's apparently getting auctioned at the moment. Is that supposed to be like a shark, or is that just cloth?
And here we have the curse. When she has given her short kiss, the poison spreads in the bloodstream and rots the soul, twisting one's bones so they sink into the earth. At last you transform into an unholy tree, forget who you are and become hers forever. Förbannelsen. It sounds a bit similar to the word verbannen, which means to be banned or banished. The only thing that you missed is that there was a book talking about the curse, like 1 or 2 lines, nothing more.
The curse will bite.
And new story page.
I'm eating eucalyptus.
Odens Valda.
Odin's Valda. It means the chosen ones of Odin.
Their word was the law, inspiring awe, the chosen who ruled over all. The lies that they spoke, the mirror and smoke, yet their wisdom could not stop the fall.
bakgrunden väntar. Genom dimman, i huvudet när de vakar. Du hittar den andra sidan där. Genom fördömda gångar som slingrar genom mörkret. Kommer du ut på andra sidan.
Giant.
Yeah, there's a troll then.
Is it from Trollhättan? No! Oh, sorry. Are you not saying some of this on stream because I listen back and like I don't hear you but then I hear me?
Sometimes I forget pressing the button.
Okay, so whoever's watching this later will not get the reference.
Like the thing that I just said should be on the audio track. I think that it's like a troll from 4chan.
No, that was like a... The 4chan thing, what didn't come through.
Is it because I'm holding shift for running?
Seems to be, which is interesting. Dirk is eating its own tail. That sounded like a song, sounded like a sound you would hear in like Call of Duty. Now that was clutch. Scripted fall.
We have so many matches. You get actually an achievement for wasting 20.
How the hell did this woman survive that fall? Is what I'm wondering.
Oh yeah, sound will play a role in this part. Jätten.
Jätten.
Tread lightly, my friend, or you will meet your end, for when the ground shakes, it's too late. He'll feast on your flesh with a quick, simple, fresh. A bloody death will be your grim fate. That's the big man.
Yeah, I'm reading along. So okay, so the Jätten Vista isn't the mountain giant. It's a regular giant. How one would say that. Because that's the literal depiction if you see the picture I posted in Discord.
So this is Botemedel, the cure.
Botemedel.
She fell deeply in love with the false god and his corruption flowed through her, giving him influence over her and her powers. And then there's this stuff which looks like gold, but you'll later see it's a portal.
I tried searching for Näcken Botemedel, but the problem is that Näcken is also very close to the Swedish word for like the back of your neck. So I was rerouted to like medical websites.
I mean, in German you also have Nacken.
Yeah, that is what it is.
I don't even know where I'm going right now.
Feels. Like how when you run with the match, she shields it from wind currents.
Yeah, it's a nice little detail. Also like the match moves with your camera movement. The light moves.
An underground lurk.
Lurk.
That's not what lurk is like. Onion.
Lemau.
Lemonuk.
And we have another page. I think it's it's Harpan. Soft gilded strings, a caress and it sings, you'll feel the force it can wield. But the magic that flows in the music it grows, and soon there'll be none for whom it will yield. Bobby was allowed to come with, and it's a drawing of a dachshund. Can't sleep there looking.
Oh my, I can't read that though. It's like, oh yeah, that's like a child writing.
Det som vandrar emellan.
Det som vandrar emellan.
They who walk in between half dead and half alive. That's the hands that try to grab us.
Run away then.
I don't like these things because they can teleport. I think I ran in a circle.
Very nice.
But where else would I go? There's only this way here. Pardon me while I will light this soaken match.
I mean, Solstickan does make underwater or waterproofed matches.
I mean, that would be good in a situation like this.
But those matches don't look like the waterproofed kind because they're really thick. We have some here. But I like how, just to show that it's Swedish in this game, they had to put in Dala hästar. Dala hästar and Solstickan.
Don't get lost. The punished. They can hear you. They were imprisoned deep underneath the ground, their souls warped, they succumbed to evil altogether. In the dark their eyes withered and they learned to listen to the whispers of the mountain. And then there's drawing of baby faces. Dad says we'll go home soon. Disir, lackeys of the Norns. At this, a female spirit of the dead is a slave to fate. They're under the influence of the Norns, carry out their wicked will and see to it that the threads of life are spun as the free desire.
Disir norrnornas lakejer.
I want to go outside. So you get the sense that they fled to this mine and locked themselves in.
By the way, we still use the word these, or the singular of disir, or disir is these. No, we still use it in modern Swedish, but to describe something else. It describes like the haziness in like autumn or spring mornings.
I can't live like this, it says. They found Daddy, I wasn't allowed to look.
Well, you can't say you don't have enough matches.
I need something to burn the woman and her baby with.
Huh? I mean, you have a match.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
You're looking for kindling? Gas canisters.
We had to move further into the mine, be careful. Den falska gudens fall. The fall of the false gods.
Den falska gudens fall, yeah.
The false god saw how lovely Freya was and fell for her beauty. He made plans to play his violin for her, charming her with his magic. However, Freya saw right through his ruse. Adventures of the Mountain King.
Kunnig. Berga kungen. That child is asking for its dad. Jeez. And its mom.
Jag ska skydda dig. Kan inte ta så här. Hon får inte ta så här. Nej. Nej. Sluta. Sluta. Gör inte. Snälla, det finns en annan väg. Det måste finnas en annan väg. Snälla, gör inte. Vänd om. Snälla, gör inte. Nåd. Gör inte. Det måste finnas ett annat sätt. Tänk på mig, barn. Snälla. Tänk på mig, barn. Tänk på mig, snälla. Nåd. Gör inte.
Another page. Andra sidan.
The other side.
Andere Seite. A chill down your spine. When you cross that thin line, your mind might just break and shatter. Right is wrong, wrong is right, but in that strange twisted night, who you are and where will not matter.
Andra sidan.
We'll have to walk through the water with these things. We got hungry. I miss Bobby.
I hit the dog. Oh. Oh, wow.
And there's a book, Living of the Forest, Hunting, Flailing, Cutting Up, Flaying, Cooking.
Jaga, flå och stycka, att leva av skogen.
And there's a dog
Wait! Wait, take up that book again. Though that is some really old spelling of leva and av. How old is this book? En anvisning i hur man överlever i skogen. This is when, like, how this is where the th letter would be very useful. So interesting. Did that just show a picture of a cable? It was like down in the corner.
Yeah, for every item we pick up there's like a little thingy, an icon.
They look like a phone charging cable.
That must have been loud.
You could say umlaut.
Beh.
Beh, beh, beh. Lick.
We will so fucking die down here.
Imagine all those kegs filled with like black powder. It's a mine, so most likely.
Oh, you can see a thing there.
It's like a child with a tail.
Isn't there another way than to make noise?
Noise traps. Oh no. Imagine if you would have to be very, very quiet so the noise even of like lighting a match, because you know lighting a match is loud. Imagine playing the game like that. So they seem to have routes that they patrol.
This is a dead end.
Shit.
Okay, that was a forced death.
That actually scared me. Jeez, that face. I'm sweating.
I hope these lights aren't just there for trolling.
I want to be held by God.
Yes. Intentionally playing horror games so my boyfriend has to hug me.
Ooh.
Okay, there needs to be a way. troll.
Is it from 4chan? Or Trollhättan?
Don't make a peep, cause footsteps will creep. If you make just the tiniest sound, sharp claws and dead eyes in the dark, torture cries mingle with gleeful shrieks all around. So yeah, this is the forced stealth section. Actually, all of the game is forced stealth, but yeah. Okay, so I guess this is the woman we burned alive.
I wonder if all of the trees are like the people that she bit. That thing I forgot. Skogsrået.
That one heard me. I do not want to die in this level, and it's incredibly annoying. I don't see where I need to go. Where am I? So what I gather is that the adults from the village turned into the trees and the children turned into these monsters. The false...
Except for that tree with the kid that carried the baby.
Yeah. The false god vanished to our world. The false god tried to steal the instrument, however in his infinite wisdom Odin cast the false god out of Asgard. This way the false god could not shape reality after his own desires and doom us all.
Den falska guden förkastas till vår värld. How many times this lady must have burned her fingers from the matches burning too long? just as a blunder. Yeah, this confirmed it that while you're running, your voice doesn't activate for the stream.
These things respect the gates to hell, to death. I think I forgot one of the story pages to look at it. I picked it up but I haven't looked at it. Unforgiving, the title of the game. The choices that we make can our very soul break, to be judged by the dead and the living. The twists and turns of life, like cuts from a sharpened knife, relentless and endlessly unforgiving.
By the way, the knockoff Soulsticken that's in this game actually features that as the art instead of the sun baby that it is in real life Soulsticken.
So our matches just auto went out.
Judging from all of the stuff that's here, many people have came here. Wait, that's a lot of... it's like syringes and stuff. Drugs!
I think this goes back to the beginning, because like as we gathered, the protagonist that we play had a drug problem. And the last page is Brodern. For his love he got scorn, eye ripped and tongue torn, pain and suffering till his last breath, body crushed and degraded, life slipping unaided, a terrible fate, worse than death. One thing I give this guy, he can't play the violin.
Imagine this game just being that this is a bad trip.
Ja. Ja. Vilken duktig flicka du har visat dig att vara. Du lyckades ta dig ända hit till mig. Och nu kan jag äntligen besitta den. Den gyllene. Jag kan se giftet flöda genom ditt blod. Men som jag har lovat ska jag avsluta ditt lidande. Allt jag ber om i utbyte är det du bär på. Den gyllene. Ja. Ge den till mig. Sådär. Ja. Ja. Det återstår såklart ett litet hinder. Du tog dig hit. Duktig flicka. Men nu måste du komma ut igen. Om du kan. Känner du igen dig, min duktiga flicka? Har du kanske bevittnat det här förut? Att se dig lida gång på gång är sannerligen en fager syn. Den här stunden är den vackraste när du fortfarande minns. Innan glömskan tar dig och du återigen kommer till mig. Så att vi kan leka. Igen och igen. Just så. Fina flicka. Sparka din stackars broder som du aldrig trodde att du skulle få se igen. Kom. Gör det. Kom till mig.
So essentially she's real. The game also it implies that she's in an endless time loop.
Yes. By the way, I didn't do anything this time, but you can actually also manually kick your brother again before he ends talking. But yeah, I think this is a pretty amazing game for like indie horror.
Now make one about Central European or Alemannic folklore.
I actually have Mundown, which is something like this.
P3 Reklam AB. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, this, by the way, P3 Reklam AB is a PR company, but it has a review of 0 out of 5 stars.
Why?
I actually don't know. Because the review doesn't say anything, but it's only one review.
It's interesting. But yeah. Thanks for like doing background stuff while I was playing.
Also, the only way to find out more about P3 Reklam AB is to actually create an account for them and buy something, which seems a little scummy.
Sussy. But yeah, thanks again for like translating stuff and like doing background research while I was playing. For like Alpine stuff, Alemannic or Roman stuff, like I have Mundown, which I will play also at some later point.